What's up, YouTube? So if you are like me, you probably have about 4,000 to 5,000 funny images and videos saved on your phone for absolutely no reason. Maybe I sent it to a friend 10 years ago. Maybe I screenshotted it by accident. Or maybe I liked the image and I thought I saved it, so I went to the saved folder to try and find it and it wasn't there. So I spent about an hour typing keywords into Google like a crazy person, trying to find a funny picture of a monkey with 14 likes on Instagram. Who knows? Today I decided to do something with all these images. And since I'm an artist, yes, I'm an artist. Look, I drew this. I decided I'm going to draw a few of them, maybe elevate them, maybe try to make them funnier. Probably not, but I'm going to try. Stay tuned to find out if I'm really funny. And you're coming with me. Sit down. Relax. I'll get to it right away. Let your food cool down a little bit. I know about 75% of you are probably eating something right now. See if you can make your food last for the entire video. That's my challenge for you. Okay, I think you get it. Let's just get to the voiceover. This first drawing is based off this image. It's based off this scenario where you meet a girl outside the bar, and of course you meet the most perfect girl right after you lose your job. And so I wanted to kind of mix that together with some other memes that I've really been enjoying lately, namely Dexter memes, because I've been binge watching all of Dexter. And I also decided to combine it with the Finding Nemo. So I drew the girl on the side as a mermaid, and then Dexter as Marlin from Finding Nemo. Everyone knows the scene where I think it's a barracuda, destroys his habitat. And then sort of in the bottom here, we have Oscar from DreamWorks Shark Tale. And then, I just added some flair around the sides and, spruced it up with some funny text. I will point out that, yes, I did trace this image. I have been trying to get back into drawing lately, and my skills just haven't caught up with what they were when I was like 15. I did try to draw it freehand at first, and I did draw the girl's face freehand. But if you've ever done portraits just from reference, it's pretty difficult. This one went through quite a few different iterations. I tried to draw her with different colored eyes because I felt like she didn't really look like a mermaid that much. And then I tried to do just some new color skin because I was like, Mindy or Mandy from SpongeBob. She's a mermaid. She has green skin. I also tried some different styles of girls. There's some just basic anime faces that I tried to draw, but they just were not working the way I wanted them to, so I scrapped those and just went back to the original design. I think the thing I'm happiest with is probably how I rendered Dexter's skin. Any artist will know that when you practice painting or coloring skin, there's like an entire school that just follows drawing skin and capturing the color. So I feel like I did a pretty good job at, shading the face with non-conventional color. This next one really pissed me off because I forgot to turn the time lapse on when I was drawing. So I don't have any footage of me drawing it. And no, I did not use AI to generate it. Please don't flame me in the comments. Here, I'll even show the file. I'll even show the file of all the layers and everything. Yeah, but everybody knows this meme. It's the classic, this is the every male friend group. I wanted to kind of turn it on its head a bit. This is not a novel idea. I did not invent this joke, but I thought it would be really funny to put people that weren't even people. So we got a little slug guy. His name is Ionis. That's how you pronounce it. Ionis. Ionis is a small green tree dwelling slug. Everybody has a friend like that. Next friend on the side is Tig. And every friend group has that one friend who's, how do I put this? Gay? And I thought it would be really funny if Tig was the one who always sets up all the hangouts. He's just down for anything. He's just down for a good time. He likes to party. Next on the bottom, we have Jonathan. Every group has that one friend who is the ladies' man. He's just too handsome for his own good, He likes the classic stuff, sports, cars, football. But I wanted to kind of joke about this this trend or sort of this personality trait that I often see conservative people have, where they just won't smoke a joint or hit a bong, or do anything that involves weed. But every time you go out there, the most drunk out of everybody. I know they're not the same. You guys can talk in the comments about the difference between weed and alcohol. I really don't give a F. And then the last guy that every group has, his name is Jarek. And this is a normal guy. NPC, if you will. But Jarek is a stand-up guy. He's always there for you. He'll never let you down. He's been with the same girlfriend for a really long time. He's got a good career. Going to university. He's got his stuff together. And he's usually the only guy with a real job. At first, I had the backgrounds just like a normal yellow color, and I was not satisfied. There was something missing. I couldn't figure out what it was. So I played around and I put some relevant backgrounds, and I think it really tied the whole piece together. Guys, let's get real vulnerable for a moment here. This next piece, is kind of something I don't usually do. I typically draw things that are either funny or just like interesting to draw. I'm not really one of those artists who kind of pours their soul into their work. Usually my goal is to just make people laugh or make people go, whoa, that looks really cool. But I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to see if I could make something with a little bit more depth, but still make it funny and sort of relatable. So I got myself here, sitting in the shower, contemplating life, thinking about, oh man, I love cigarettes. But no, for real, there's some really good stuff in here. I don't really want to explain all of it because I feel like it's quite self-evident. You can go zoom in, read all the phone searches that every depressed guy has ever every depressed guy looks up some stuff like this at some point in their life. And then this piece just kind of talks about, the never-ending monotony that is life. I think it was this is a funny quote, and I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but I think it was Jenna Marbles one time. Yes, Jenna Marbles. I'm going to quote Jenna Marbles.
Life is short, but also like terribly and insufferably long at the same time.
And that's kind of the feeling I wanted to portray in this piece. And then our last drawing. Once again, I tried freehanding this face, and I got pretty close, but I just couldn't achieve the very specific emotion that I was going for. So I ended up doing the exact same thing as the Dexter drawing, which is bringing in the image and stretching it and then tracing it. The image is Gavin from Achievement Hunter. I didn't search up Gavin from Achievement Hunter. It kind of just came up in the Google search, and I was like, is that Gavin from the Slow-Mo Guys? I used to watch all their videos all the time, so it was kind of jarring seeing it. But I thought it would be funny because the specific look he has on his face, just this like numb brain, just Neanderthal staring at fire look. I loved it so much. The piece is, once again, not incredibly, it's not groundbreaking or anything. Everybody knows phone bad, social media bad. Log off, stop watching this video. But the piece is kind of inspired by a conversation I had with my friend recently where we were talking about how we interface with social media could potentially be harmful. Surprisingly. But I just was joking around. I was like, it's just a screen. How bad could it be? Just pixels. It's just a little rectangle that shows you pictures. How bad could it affect your mental health? Obviously, I was kidding, but you can see in the background the types of feeds we were talking about. You wake up, 9 a.m., you're on the bus to work, and all you see is porn, car crashes, and world news, which has become increasingly violent. And then you just kind of have to turn your phone off and do an 8-hour shift. Yeah, it's brutal out there, guys. Stay safe. Look after each other. Yeah, so those are all the drawings. You might be thinking, those are not very cohesive. They kind of don't all have the same style. That's by design. I do have a style that I like to draw. Maybe I'll show some pictures here somewhere. Usually I do like pen and ink in a sketchbook, and it's been a minute since I've actually touched digital art. So I'm pretty happy with these. I was just trying to experiment with some new stuff. See if I can match all of the saved artists' photos I have on Instagram that I've been saving for 10 years. I think that's important for artists. Like you should go off course sometimes and experiment, because if you don't, then you just become stagnant and your art becomes boring, and it's hard. It gets harder and harder to sit at the desk and touch the sketchbook. So go out there and try new things. And I think let's swing to Zach at the chair doing the outro now. If you like this video, please subscribe. Also, go to my Instagram and send me funny pictures. Next time we do this, it's going to be I draw things my followers send me. So if you want to take part in that, just go harass me on Instagram. Okay, bye.